Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. And my today's YouTube video is about an incident that took place last year. But I'm going to talk about it because I learned a lot from it and I would love to share it with you all. This particular incident is based on a friendship that I had, and I'm no longer friends with this person. So we met in the year 2016, 2017, around that time. We both used to go to the same coaching class, and that's how we met. Now there were other people as well in the coaching class, but I was not able to get along with them, and she was the only friend I had. It was a very tough time in my life, and she was there for me. Along with that, there was also another guy, and this guy was like damn annoying, and I really did not like him that much, but he was quite close to her. And every time we would go out or plan something, she would always call him or include him in the plan. Although she used to also say that she used to find him extremely annoying, but still she would call him. I never said anything, like I never stopped her from doing that because I really loved spending time with her. And for me, spending time with her was more important, and I never cared about who was coming and who was joining us. When the coaching class had got over, we all got into college and we got busy with college and stuff. And I and we sort of lost touch. But still, we used to talk. And when I graduated, after that, we started talking again. That time, it was a little different. So it's like she was not always there for me. She would come to me and then she would pull herself away and not talk to me for months. And then again, after a few months, she would text me and come back to my life. And it kept happening till 2024. But then from 2024, we started talking more, and we even started talking on a regular basis. I was very impressed with her transformation and how she was putting so much efforts into the friendship. She was regularly staying in touch. And then she also made this plan to meet me in Mumbai because I was living in Mumbai. And then she called me up. She told me that guy approached her. He wants to meet her. So she would also like to meet him because it's been like 5 years and he is like her childhood friend. So she would also like to spend some time with him. He's also going to join us. So it was literally put to me like that. Anyway, I did not say no. Although I was damn annoyed, I was like, I have to literally deal with this dude in 2024. But I was like, okay, fine. Because I thought that it's been like 5 years. Like, I've also not met him for so long. Maybe he has changed. Maybe he has evolved. Maybe he is more mature now. So I was like, okay, fine. Let's not judge him right now. Let's meet him once. Then he, out of nowhere, called me and asked for my address. I thought that, okay, maybe he wants to come and meet us, like fine with it. She also once asked me if he would be able to stay with us. Of course, I was really against it, but then I said that we can try, like, I'll try. Next morning, she came to Mumbai. I went to the airport to pick her up, and guess what? The guy was also there in the airport along with her. Like, I thought that maybe he would join us later. Maybe we would go out and then he'll come. No, he was already there in the airport. And then with her, he came to my house. I was behaving like a good host. I was trying not to create a scene. I was trying to welcome them. After that, we decided to go out and we went out. When we were out, that whole time, she was constantly talking to him. She was constantly listening to him. She was just not listening to me. And he was cracking very lame, silly jokes, and she was laughing as if it was the funniest thing she heard. It was very weird for me. I felt like I was literally third wheeling. It did not really feel like she came all the way from the outskirts of Calcutta to meet me in Mumbai. It felt like she came to meet him. She even got a gift for him, but she didn't get anything for me. And she herself said that I did not get anything for you, but for him, because he asked me to get something for him. Okay, so basically, I'll have to tell you to get something for me, and you gonna come and stay in my house. Okay, makes sense. After that, we came back home. I was pissed, but I was still controlling my temper. Next morning, we got up and we decided to go somewhere again. After that outing, I was so annoyed and I was just done with both of them. I left my room to them, went to the other room in the apartment, and I decided to sleep there for the night. Next morning, I woke up very late. She came and she told me that she stained my bed sheets because she got her periods. I was like, okay, fine. That's okay. It happens. And then I asked her, where was the guy? Because he was not around. But yeah, I was very happy that he was not there anymore. She was like, he left in the morning, early morning. Just imagine, he left, he did not even inform me, he did not even care to send a message to me. Nothing, like nothing. Like, I don't know, manners. After that, we decided to go out for dinner in the evening. We went for dinner. It was a very nice place. It was a very fancy restaurant. And there she dropped a bomb. And she told me she actually hooked up with him the other night. And it just happened. I was so disgusted. I was literally like, what? Really? And I was really disgusted because then I understood. I got it. Like why she came, why she was clinging on to him. I was getting such massive pick me energy from her. But then it all made sense. After that, she was like, after hooking up, he was not behaving nicely with me and he just left. He literally ran away. I was still like so disappointed because I literally got to see her true colors in front of me. And let me tell you all something more juicy. The guy was not single, he was in a very serious relationship. This is why I stay single. How can you hook up with a man who is committed? Even for the man, also, like, how can you hook up with somebody when you're in a relationship, a serious relationship? I was very angry with her, but I did not say anything. She was looking very upset. So I thought that I should be there for her. By now, I'm sure you all must have understood that I'm a very cute little people pleaser. Like a people pleaser, I was like, it does not matter if I'm hurt. What matters is to take care of her right now because she's hurt, she's sad. And I did that. Later, I got to know that she also stained the mattress, and the stain was not from periods. God knows what it was. We'll never find out. I don't want to. She also stained the mattress and she did not care to tell me. What she did instead, she flipped the mattress so that I don't find out. True friendship. And the best part, she never apologized to me. No sorry, nothing. I tried to confront her. And when I did, she was like, if you had a problem, you should have said no. You should have not allowed him to stay in the house. So basically, in the end, everything just came back to me. So there's a lot to learn from this. First thing is that not everyone is your friend. You might consider people to be your friend, but they might not consider you to be their friend. And this is not how friends treat each other. Second thing, there are people who would love to take advantage of your weakness. I have this weakness where I can't say no to people. She knew about it and she took a very good advantage of the whole situation and the fact that I can't say no. So, the moral of this story is that yes, it's very important to have friends, it's important to maintain friendship, but it's even more important to have boundaries. If you don't have boundaries, then people, even your close friends, they will walk over you. So learn to say no. Don't be a people pleaser. This is not the generation, not the era to be a people pleaser. And if you do that, people are going to eat you up. And the second thing is that always have a strong boundary. If you don't have that, people will not respect you. This is just not her. Even my other friends also, a lot of them don't treat me with respect. And they do take me for granted. Now, the fact that she never apologized to me, she never understood the gravity of what she did, it's all because she had this notion in her head that no matter what I do, Shudeepa will forgive me and Shudeepa will always understand. That's why it's very important to teach people how to respect you. Even your friends, they will take you for granted. They will not respect you if you don't teach them how to do it. Thanks for watching. If you all learned something from this, then do let me know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, then do like, share, and subscribe.